In this video, we will go over arithmetic operation on complex number. Just as real numbers, we can perform arithmetic operation on complex numbers. I will start with addition. If I want to add two complex numbers, for example, I have a plus bi plus d or c plus di. This is equal to what? Is equal, I have to add the real parts first, which means a and c, a plus c, then the imaginary parts, plus b. The imaginary parts are bi, di. b plus di. I'm gonna apply this for the first example. A, 3 minus 4i plus 2 plus 5i is equal. We will add the real parts first. It means 3 plus 2 plus the imaginary parts are minus 4i plus 5i. I'm gonna write minus 4 plus 5i. 3 plus 2 is 5 plus minus 4 plus 5 is gonna give us 1i. This is 5 plus I times 1, it's I. This is the first result of the first example. Same thing for subtraction. If I want to subtract two complex numbers, I have to subtract the real parts first, then the imaginary parts. For example, I have a plus bi minus c plus di. This is equal to what? It's a minus c. Real parts are a and c. It's a minus c plus b minus d. Let's apply this for the second example. I have minus 5 plus 7i minus 11 plus 2i. This is equal to, I have to subtract the real parts first, which means I'm going to write minus 5 minus 11 plus 7 minus 2i. Here I have minus 5 minus 11. It will give me 11 plus 11 plus 7 minus 2i. This is equal. Minus 5 plus 11, it will give me plus 6 or 6 plus 7 minus 2 will give me 5i. Then the final result for the second example, minus 5 plus 7i minus 11 plus 2i's will give me 6 plus 5. Now we're going to go over multiplication. Multiplying a complex number is much like multiplying binomials. The major difference is that we work with real and imaginary parts separately. We're going to start by multiplying a complex number with a real number. If I have k is a real number, I will multiply it by a complex number a plus b I. This is equal to what? We're going to do distribution. It's k a plus k b I. Then we simplify. Let's apply this for the example number C. We have 4 times 2 plus 5i. We will do distribution first. 4 times 2 plus 4 times 5i. This is equal 4 plus 2. Then we're going to simplify. Is 8 plus 4 times 5 is 20i. This is the result of 4 times 2 plus 5i. It's very simple. Now we're going to talk how to multiply two complex numbers. If I have a plus bi times c plus di, this is equal to what? We're going to use the FOIL method. Which means we're going to do a times c, a times b di, then bi times c, then bi times di. This is equal to a times c, give us ac, then a times di plus a di, then bi plus bi times c, then bi times di. Here's its bi di. This is equal to ac plus a di plus bci plus, here I have b di square, and as you know, I square it's equal to -1. Now I will replace the value of I squared in the equation. I will have ac plus, then I group, the I parts, ad plus bci. Here a minus, because here I have I squared, it's -1, and we have minus bd. This is equal to ac minus bd plus ad plus bci. This is a plus b times c plus di. I will apply this for the last example. I have here d is 4 plus 3i times 2 minus 5i. This is equal to ac, it's 4 times 2. Here it's 3. bd, I have 3 times minus 5 minus 3 times minus 5. I don't have plus here. If I had plus here, I would put bd, I would put 3 times 5 directly. Plus ad, it's 4 times d minus 5 times a plus b, it's 3, c times 2 altogether I. This is equal 8 minus 15. 3 times minus 5 will give you minus 15, plus 4 times minus 5 will give me minus 20, plus 6, 3 times 2, everything is I. This is equal, I will have here 8 plus minus times minus will give me plus 15 plus minus 20 plus 6, it will give me 14, minus 14, I. 8 plus 15, it will give me 23, minus 14i. This is the final result for this operation. If you don't want to use this directly to do this multiplication, you could do the FOIL method and you're going to end up with the same result.